Morning, folks. How are we doing? Welcome to Bunker Wednesday. Handheld yet again today because the tripod's in the bunker, I think. A lot of work going on in there, but it's getting there. You'll see at the end of the video, folks, what's been happening in the bunker. Okay. Right, so, yeah, not much has been happening, really. Just been busy doing housework, really. Bits and bobs around the house, folks. That's what it's all about. All right, let's get straight into it. Comment of the week. Saw a comment on here. If I'm saying this right, Shirminator, he said, I was told by a medium, which I think I told you before, Ian and Chris, that I was killed in World War II by the Germans in a previous life. Wow. I know, yeah. So there's quite a few people that actually have things like that, previous life stuff. It's a bit weird. And I've got a weird fascination with the sea, and being down near the sea, like on a winter sort of evening, and there's something about it. I don't know what it is. Is that a previous life sort of situation there, folks? Something that happened in a previous life at sea for me. People have these things. But thanks very much for your comment, folk. We will get through maybe not all of them, but we'll pick some random ones out. And if you're the winner, folks, it ends up in the video. News of the week, folks. News of the week. I'm just nice and relaxed here, as you can see. Right, so this is just random. I just had this idea. I'm going to type in regional war rooms. Been in 2 of those bunkers, surviving bunkers. Not many about, really. I think a lot of them have been sort of pulled down. Well, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know how many there is. But they like pulling these down, sort of in a 1950s sort of style building. And yeah, it's one of the headquarters, where they would have controlled things back in the Cold War if all hell had broken loose, folks, and nuclear weapons or atomic weapons back then would have been set off. Yeah, this is quite fascinating. I didn't even know this. Belfast, Northern Ireland. Belfast secret nuclear bunker to get a £1.8 million makeover. Yeah, didn't know that. Belfast had a regional war room. It's mad, isn't it? Hidden from view in a quiet Belfast street, Northern Ireland's oldest nuclear bunker is about to get a 1.8 makeover. Few people know the secrets of the plain-looking concrete building at the junction of Mount Eden. If there's anyone from Northern Ireland, give us a shout, folks, because you might have walked past us. Mount Eden Park and Malone Hill. It's basically, and it says, it goes on about, if Northern Ireland had been struck with a nuclear weapon and stuff like that. This would have been the only building standing. They're pretty tough buildings. Oh, there's 13 regional war rooms across the country of UK, yeah. 13, so yeah, there's still quite a few left, but, we went to one in Reading. It was on a college campus, I believe it was. Someone got us the keys and they let us in to have a look around and film and stuff. And I was reading up about that when I was doing the narration. And it's quite funny. The college wanted it pulled down. And listen to this one, you're going to love this. They wanted it pulled down so they could build a car park. That made the old blood boil a bit, folks. I mean, they actually use it for storage for documents. Sadly, the documents have all started to decay because it's so damp down there. It needs some sort of ventilation to keep the air moving down there. I mean, the lowest level is totally damp. If you haven't seen that video, type in IKS regional war rooms. There'll be 2 on there. 2 war rooms we've been to. Check out. I don't know if it's under Reading. Can't remember. But we've been to another one that was up. Where is it? Can't remember where it was. But yeah, there's a couple on there we've done, folks. Yeah, quite tired today, must admit. Yeah, going on. It cost £70,000 to build. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And that's like 1950s. But then, that was a lot of money. Let's talk about 50 smaller nuclear bunkers that could hold 3 people across Northern Ireland. ROC post, folks. Royal Observer Corps. Oh, this is interesting. Found out about this. Look. In December 1983, activists with the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament broke in to the Eden Mount Park bunker. They took photographs of It's not very well written, this, folks. I'll read it how how it said. They took photographs of map which showed mushroom-shaped symbols at 6 locations in the Highland. Wow, so Ireland was going to be a hit then. Well, supposedly. It was believed that these symbols were to highlight potential nuclear targets in Ireland. The pinpoint areas in Northern Ireland were Belfast, Ballycastle, and Ballykelly. Does that ring any bells, folks? Yeah, that's all the information they've got. Basically, they're just gonna. Oh, that was it. Where is it? The refurbishment, the £1.8 million refurbishment there, folks, will see it become a store for archives belonging to historical environmental records of Northern Ireland. Amazing. You know, it's good to hear. Hopefully not too much stuff gets ripped out of this. So like some people like ripping bits out, but yeah, as you can see there, folks, little picture. Now I thought it was fascinating about the nuclear disarmament breaking in, because that happened at another one in the UK, didn't it? Well, it happened all over. People would hang outside nuclear bunkers when people found out about it. They go to it, like the people at Greenham Common, the protesters. They all stormed it basically. Pretty mad stuff. I thought I'd show you this, folks. I bought this turntable. It's probably December last year. Audio Technica. It's sort of like a low-end professional turntable. And I've got an amplifier here, look. Sony amp. It's a really powerful amp, that is. What that is on there, that sound, that's loud. You know, I mean, it's a powerful amp. And I've got some old-fashioned vintage Sony speakers, folks. It needs repair, that one does. Look at that. Because the thing's coming off on it. But yeah, I've had that for a long time, this amp. Function as well. Only got the turntable function on it. But yeah, this really great turntable. That's the old stylus. And you got other modes you can do. You can do all sorts of bits and bobs, look, and it's got the counterweight balance on it. It is very good quality for what you pay for, really. I would play some records, folks, but I don't think the copyright people like it very much, if you know what I mean. But yeah, if you're into your vinyls and stuff like that, and you've not got a decent turntable, I recommend looking at this. Great reviews online, folks. It's quite funny actually. When before I had this, I had a sort of a Sony turntable, one of those cheap ones that come with a tower, you know, and it goes on top of the tower, the stack. Worked for the amp. It was a solid stack, and it would jump on every sort of part of the songs and stuff. And the needle would jump. It's like very bad quality. And I thought, I can't handle this. I had some records, had some people coming around for Christmas, New Year's Eve, and I wanted to play some records, folks, and I couldn't handle this where it's jumping and getting stuck every 5 minutes. So I thought, get rid of it, get a semi-decent turntable. And there it is, folks. I hadn't had a problem with it. It will only start playing about if it's very sort of damaged records. But yeah, that's a little setup. Speakers, not too big, not too small. So yeah, I need to repair that one though. That needs doing at some point. Look at this. This is a piece of history, this, folks. Look at that. S. Rose, presented to S. Rose from his fellow workmen. Can't really see it. But what we're talking about, this beauty. Isn't that nice? Vintage clock. And this is my mum's dad's clock, I believe. It does work. It needs big service. I mean, the paint and that's coming off, and yeah, it's been a little bit neglected, but it's just needs a bit of care and maintenance. Ugh. After a quick phone call to me old ma, the clock is great granddad's. You know, she thinks it's great granddad's. It was given to him by his workplace. Something like that. It's fascinating, isn't it? Really old clock. Great stuff. Right, so time has come, folks. We're going to the bunker to see what renovations have taken place. Let's go. Oh, got to stop you there, folks. Before we actually do that, had an incident near work the other night. Got there Sunday, and I saw a strange light in the sky. Here it is. But my opinion is that that is actually a Chinese lantern. It was just moving slowly across like that. It's like an orange colour. And if you zoomed in on it, it looked like it was doing multicoloured. But you get those sort of problems with cameras anyway at night, especially. It's just trying to work out what colours are what. Yeah, if it started doing erratic movements and stuff like that in the sky, then yeah, that's pretty impressive. But because it was just slowly moving like that, yeah, I think that's a Chinese lantern. Anyway, to the bunker, folks, let's go. Right, how are we doing, folks? Right, so the next step, we're going to paint the floor. But before we do that, I was painting that metal pole that you saw last time with this. This is Hammerite smooth black. So yeah, does a good job. Great, waterproof the lot. What are we painting the floor with? We're painting it with that.
Tile red.
Leyland, yeah. I mean, this should be good. White and red, folks. So let's crack it open and take it from there. Look at that. Right, so we can stick I'll stick there. Just any old stick will do, yeah. That's half a tin, that's not bad, is it? I must admit, we have started painting. Me and my wife, Debbie, have started painting, folks. So I'm going to finish it off, or we're going to finish it off, so you guys can see. So obviously it takes a lot of time, folks. Right, so yes, all of this, done all that. I'll show you what we've done in a bit, folks, but we're going to do this first. And then, yeah, we're going to come back, and then that section done. Remember, no sloshing it around. Also, it's all been swept and hoovered before starting this. Right then, folks, so the last little drop, obviously we cut round the edges there, one brick up pretty much. Actually makes it sort of finishes it off, if you know what I mean. And yeah, brilliant paint. It's really hard wearing. Okay, it's a fair amount of money, but I think it's worth it. End of the day. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like it. It's a nice colour. Goes on really nice as well.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it makes you high, man.
God.
Why am I using a roller? Not a big fan of rollers. This is going on much better anyway.
Gets into the groove.
Yes, indeed. Everyone has different ways of doing things, haven't they, folks? So, you know, that's that. And amount of paint used, just over half a tin. That's actually mental. So we're going to do another coat as well. Because the bit behind is already done, which you didn't see on film because obviously just decided, didn't we? And I was tired and had to work anyway, folks.
Only because I came home from work early. So But yeah, that's a good bun cut.
Yeah. It's really got windy all of a sudden, folks.
Hopefully that'll make it dry quicker. The wind's blowing through here.
Yeah. Oh, let's get an over me slowly. Last little drop. Leyland paint. Yeah, what was it, 25 quid? I think it was.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I did say it was 30, but obviously remembered wrong. Do you want to do the last little bit? Round the cement bag. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
See holes appear. It's concrete, you know, so some people might say, why didn't you smooth it down with a sander first? I'm after the rustic, folks. Heavy duty floor paint, folks. Tile red. Absolutely lovely. Alright, so lid on, and I mean that's for the second coat. We have some more to play with. Little air bubbles keep appearing. Now this requires white spirit for this paint to for your brushes.
Stinks, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Right, so there we go. There's the corner. Obviously it's brick height, roundabout. A lot of the bricks from there, the house, side of the house bricks are slightly lower than the bricks on this, so sort of avoid complications, I just hired the bit in the corner to go around this one. Just a little bit of a jump there, but that's fine. And yeah, all this equipment's back in, folks. Needed to put this stuff back, so the living room sort of storage stuff. Got the old Geiger counters and that. Tin hats. Equipment. Yeah, looking good, folks. The red floor, amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments section and all that jazz. What's next? I think the lighting, electronics is probably going to be next, but obviously I need Chris for that one to help us with that, because he needs to drill through the wall into the living room and then possibly to the consumer unit. Might have a consumer unit in here, so he needs to look at that and draw some plans. Other than that, well recommended, folks. If you've got a garage, check it out. Alright, how are we doing, folks? Have a quick look at that. Cheers. I just sanded all this down, all the paint off of it's all flaking, so I'm putting a bit of this high gloss paint I found in a this is in the shed. This is quite old. I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty good classic paint, folks. Can't beat the classic stuff. And yeah, just giving this a coat just to give it protection, so we're walking over it and all that stuff. Does need some filler on it, but let's get the worst covered because we don't want no more damage. This door needs ASAP repair, so I'll speak to Chris soon. So this is coming up all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Zoom right in.
Give it one coat and then give it another coat, and then yeah. Gloss is good because it gives it a coating and protects the wood from the elements, folks. Could buy some paint, you know, proper wood paint, but why not just use this? This should be alright. We'll see how we go with it. Probably using the wrong stuff, but there you go. I like the smell of gloss. Oh. It's actually got creosote on this. Deep within, sort of soaked in. Probably the old-fashioned stuff, you know. The stuff that's not good for you. Stop selling it after a while, didn't they? Apparently. Deep grain. It's getting dark as well. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Summer's over now.
Yeah. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's looking good though.
It looks a lot better.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing how a small paint tin goes such a long way. Like the floor paint. I gave that another coat today, didn't film it. Just jumped in there and just done it. And yeah, so much of that paint left. It's gone so far. Might leave a review. Amazon. Get all this sand done. This is going to be black as well, but it still needs a bit of paint removed from it. So. How old do you think that paint is?
Sorry?
How old?
Maybe like 15 years old.
Wow.
Just guessing, I don't actually know.
No, I don't think so.
It's not going to be a lot much older than that.
There's a paint pot in there, isn't there? That wood primer.
Yeah.
And it's got like someone personal. It looks like they're from the 1980s.
Yeah. I think it is from the 80s.
Wow.
That door's seen better days, isn't it?
It has. You want to see the other side? We've got a good plan for that, which you'll see in future videos. There we are. I'll leave the top part of that because it's not going to be needed until a later date. Well, I don't know, I could paint it. I'll see. Let it soak in. Lovely. Do another coat tomorrow maybe. And that floor paint takes about 2 days to dry. Which is unfortunate if you're doing your front step, because you know, if postman, Pat and all that are coming to the door, they're gonna end up making it wet. This corner.
Probably be best to do the step, say like a Saturday lunchtime, because then the postman's already been, and then they don't come on Sundays really, do they?
No, what about Amazon?
Yeah, just make sure
buy
nothing's
nothing.
coming. Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's very nice.
I wasn't going to do this today. This is a spare a moment thing.
Just because you found it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought about it a while ago. But I just thought it's starting to look a bit shabby, and the paint come off easier than I thought anyway. To fix it. Just paint that. more paint there? How the hell? Oh, there you go then, folks.
Sloshing it about.
Yeah, I need to sand that top bit. I might put the sander on that actually. Let's go over that. Because it's still flaking paint on it. Don't want to go too mad. Lovely. If you go over flaky paint, yeah, it covers it for a while, but then it starts coming off again.
I can't believe you've got a hole in that t-shirt.
Have I?
That's practically brand new. On the sleeve bit
Oh, no,
at
I
the
found
back.
another one. I think it's just these shirts.
Yeah.
So what those German army shirts? No problems. You know, 1980s, 1990s. I think some shirts are just not built to last, are they? What do you reckon?
Yeah, you can sew it up easily.
You need to go through the wardrobe.
The thing is though, with your t-shirts, when there's like marks and stuff, there's always a story behind it. It's like, ah, that happened because...
Oh, what the...
I think I was wearing one of yours and I was cleaning and I got bleach on it and now it's like got white dots.
Yeah, that's the salmon.
The salmon coloured one, yeah. I thought, oh, that's a nice coloured top. I'll wear that.
Or didn't I wear it?
No, you was wearing one of the old IKEA t-shirts and we was at my mum's house cleaning the bathroom and I sprayed some cleaner. It was like a foam cleaner and the window was open and it blew like a spray of it over you.
Yeah.
Over your back. And then there was like tiny little white dots.
It's a shame. I did like that shirt actually.
Yeah, sorry about that, darling.
It's alright, honey bun. I reckon this black is from that tin.
Oh yeah, and the windows maybe
Yeah.
on the outside.
Can't get around the corner of that, sadly.
Can't see it anyway.
Just going under the lip of it. This is where the raindrops go, see?
Hmm.
That's that too. Nice. Alright, thanks very much, folks. I'll see you soon when it gets a bit lighter. Right there, folks. Thanks for watching Bunker Wednesday. Yeah, another one done. Bunker. It's getting there, isn't it? So, yeah. See you again next week, folks, for more Bunker Wednesday. See you soon.